What's up, ladies and gentlemen? In the day and age of the transfer portal, of the NIL, with players just going to the highest bidder or leaving as soon as adversity strikes, it's much harder to find a good story in college basketball now than it was, say, 5-10 years ago. But I got you covered with a good one today with the Drake Bulldogs. They have 4 Division II players who followed their head coach up from Division II to Division I, and they have led their squad to a 27-3 record so far. And a little backstory about the situation at Drake. So last season under Coach Darian DeVries, Drake made the NCAA tournament as a 10 seed, and their best player was the coach's son, Tucker DeVries, who was 2-time Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. After a successful tenure over at Drake, DeVries took a job offer at West Virginia. His son, Tucker, followed him, and basically the entire roster either hit the portal or graduated. Total overhaul as incoming head coach Ben McCollum arrived. And a little backstory about McCollum. He is a legend at the Division II level. He's only 43 years old, but he is a 4-time Division II national champion. And he brought, as I mentioned before, 4 of his players along with him from Northwest Missouri State over to Drake. And last season at Northwest Missouri State, they lost a heartbreaker in the Sweet 16 as a 2 seed. The year before that, they lost in the round of 32 as a 1 seed. But you go to 2021 and 2022, they were back-to-back national champions. And 3 of the 4 guys who went over from Northwest Missouri to Drake were on those national championship squads. And the one guy out of those 4 who wasn't on those national championship squads is a little bit younger, but he is their star player. Bennett Stirtz is an absolute dog and pick and roll maestro. He's playing nearly 40 minutes per game, and he should be a lock to win the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year as he's leading the conference in points per game at 18.9. He's averaging 5.9 assists and 2.2 steals per game, shooting nearly 50% from the field. And as a team, Drake's not only accumulated a 27-3 record, they've beaten every single high major that they've played so far this season. Miami, Kansas State, and Vanderbilt. They took care of them all. And what do they look like when they're playing? Well, offensively, they play slowly, right? They average the second fewest possessions per game. They out-rebound their opponents. They are tough on the boards by an average margin of 6.2, and they allow the fewest rebounds per game in the entire country. And then they shoot well from 3 at 36.1%. But defensively, they average quite a few steals. They average 8.9 steals per game, which is good for 26 in the country. They give up the 3rd fewest points per game at only 59.2, and they average 70 points per game themselves. But they're 44th in offensive efficiency, 45th in defensive efficiency, and to get out of the nitty-gritty of it, my formula typically for NCAA run, I typically like to look for age, physicality, chemistry, guard play. They have it all. And Bennett Stirtz is the man who leads the way for them. He's the guy who stirs the drink. And with him and their coach, I'm telling you, they are going to be a tough out in the NCAA tournament. I think they can make a run. They should be in it. Even if they lose their conference tournament, they should be able to make the NCAA tournament. But you heard it here first. If they're in, they will be a tough out, and they're probably the easiest team to root for in all of college basketball. So thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is your first video with me, make sure to like and subscribe for more college basketball content, and I'll see you next time.